What's going on, guys? It's me, Controller. I am bringing you something a little bit different today. We are building my first Gunpla. I've never done anything like this before, so it's all new to me. But we're building a Gundam Breaker Battle Log Gundam Perfect Strike Freedom. This is a high grade 144 scale. Like I said, never done this before. As you can see here, I am putting together the main body at the moment, and honestly I'm just trying to figure it all out. I still just took everything out, and this is a time lapse, so as you know I'm talking over it, but I mean, this is something new. It took me about two and a half hours to actually build this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys continue watching, and I'll jump in here and there to give some updates. As you see there, I was actually trying to put the sticker on the head. So at this point we finished the body and we are heading to the headpiece, which was a little tiny and difficult for me to do. And as we were finishing it up, we are getting to the end and putting the little spikes on. I actually snipped some of the antenna. So it is a little messed up, but it's nothing too serious. See here, the stickers are super tiny. That's the antenna. Just snipped it on accident. Let's finish head. So you'll see in the bottom corner, it's going to sit there for a little bit. Now we're moving on to the arms. So we're doing the left arm first, which is my favorite arm. Has that green to it. It's pretty sick. If you guys built Gunpla before or know anything about this, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing, because again, it's my first one. I've never done anything like this before. I'm just kind of jumping right into it. And if you peek in the background there, you'll see I actually have a master grade behind it, and then above that I have another high grade that my wife possibly might build. Not 100% sure with that one yet, but that would be cool to see. If you guys would like to see that, let me know as well. So we're almost finished up with that left arm right now. As you see, my wife actually sat down to talk and watch me as I built, because she's like interested in it. She thinks it's cool and intrigued, but she doesn't know how well she'll be able to do it. She doesn't want to like mess it up or anything like that. So finish that left arm, and now moving on to the right arm. This piece right here, those two blue pieces, kind of had a little difficulty with it. Put in that black piece wrong first, so I couldn't actually stick them together. So you will see I had to go back through and change it. My wife, she went back to the living room. She decided to watch a movie or show or something like that. As you see, I realized that I had it wrong. I had to fix it, but we got it in there. That right arm is almost finished being built. Our right, it's left. So now we got both arms and the body and the head on. Making pretty good progress. I think at this point it was about maybe an hour or so in, which I don't think is too bad for my first time, but I have nothing based off of. And as you see, I did a time lapse for this whole video because I wasn't sure how I would feel about recording, going back through editing and stuff like that, especially about an hour and a half, 2 hours of video. As you see here, I actually put the piece in wrong, and I had to try to take this piece apart, and it was such a pain in the ass. It was so difficult for me to do, and it took me quite a bit of time to try and get that fixed. But we finally got it, and we're pushing forward. We got the 2 feet, and now we're building the legs. This part, it just said build 2 of the same thing, so that's what I was doing. I was doing piece by piece, building one of each. And then you'll see that for both legs and then the backpack later on in the video. Now, I will find this out later, but I did mess up the upper piece of this leg on both of them. Put them backwards. So as I was trying to go in on the top piece and actually connect them, it was wrong. And I had to almost take them completely apart just to flip it around and then put it back together. So right here, I'm like, oh yeah, both legs, cool. That's pretty cool. And then this piece right here, I'm like, Jesus, it just won't go in. Why won't it go in? And then, oh, it's upside down. Let me put it upside down. Oh, it's backwards. So then I take it apart, flip it around, put it back together, and then it fit in there. Perfect. Moving on to the other leg, same thing. Yeah. Completely built. Now we're going to the next one. This probably took me the longest of the whole thing, is just trying to get the actual body together. The legs were kind of interesting. Now moving on to the hip region. That way we can connect the torso and the legs together, which is pretty cool. It was kind of a little confusing at first because I didn't understand what was going on. I was like, what the hell? Thought they would just connect together, but I was wrong. As you see, this piece quickly come together, and there you have it. Both legs, body goes on, and we have completed the main body structure of it. I was trying to pose it to make it look cool. Couldn't figure it out, so we just had to stand up straight. As you can see too, so there's a fist and no more hands, and I decided to just have the hands on there because I think it looks nicer. But now we're moving on to the backpack. This is the main structure of the backpack, and everything else connects onto this. If this is your first Gunpla or first time seeing something like this, that is awesome. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm excited to jump into the other high grade and master grade. I also have another figure. It's a Mandalorian figure that I got accidentally because I thought it was just, a standalone figure, but it wasn't. It's a build kit, so that's great. So maybe you guys will see that later on too. I also found out that Gunplas don't come with stands and you have to buy them separately. So I currently don't have a stand for him, but maybe in the future we'll get one for him. As you hear, we're just doing 2 of each piece of the backpack, trying to get it all together. And once you get going with this, it's not like the most difficult thing. There's not a lot of small pieces when it comes to the backpack, so it does go together pretty simply. As you can see, we got it all together. Backpack goes on, and there he is. Last thing to do whenever you build a Gunpla. So as you see here, this is a stand piece that I didn't know what it was for because I didn't know there was a stand. Once you finish the whole Gunpla, then you do the weapons. Weapons are pretty simple. They're tiny. I probably won't put them on or have them hold them, but I did decide to make them. And one's a gun, one's a sword, and towards the end of the video, you'll see us put it on there. What I'm doing right now, I put the sticker on, put it on backwards, I had to flip it around, put it on the other side, and then you see the swords go together to make one giant sword, and then they go together, and then they go on the back. So that's where I leave them. So that's going to do it for me, guys. If you enjoyed watching, as always, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Leave a comment and like on the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.